How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Cooking with Matty V at midnight. Why is it midnight and there's nobody around? Because I just got off of work and it's been a long, hard day. Let me tell you, I live in Arizona. Today was 118 degrees. I need my pasta. Let's get some pasta going. Tonight's recipe is going to be a Ziti pasta with a mushroom ragu with sausage. If you like mushrooms and you love sausage, this is the recipe for you. Let's get it going. Let me show you my setup right over here. And I got my boiling water for the ziti, and I got a nice hot pan to make our sauce. So the first thing we're going to do is a little bit of olive oil. Now I've got my sausage over here. I've got 2 sausages. This recipe is for 2 people, maybe 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the sausage out of the casing. I got 1 sweet sausage. I got 1 hot sausage. I got some heat going on. That's it. Look at that. Beautiful. Take our second sausage. I'm going to drop it in. And what we're going to do with this sauce, we're going to cook it like 3/4. That's beautiful. A little left over here. All right. So, take our spoon, chop it up a little bit. It's going to reduce our heat. I got a lot of heat going on here. All right, that looks fantastic. This is only going to take a minute. Okay. Cooking about halfway, 3/4, and then we're going to add it into our mushrooms later. Let me wash my hands real quick. All right. I think I need a little bit more. This is extra virgin olive oil. Our pasta tonight is ziti. What's a ziti look like? It looks like that. All right, very simple. Okay. Believe it or not, the mushrooms are more of the main ingredient than the sausage is. All right. Now we're going to remove our sausage. We're going to add this back in later. Take a little bowl. We're not draining our grease because that's a lot of flavor in there. Make sure your pan doesn't have grease on it. Now we're going to do a little bit more olive oil and 1/3 of a stick of butter. And it's time for our mushrooms. What kind of mushrooms tonight? It's what I had in the house. I've got white button mushrooms. If you want to use shiitake mushrooms, if you want to use any kind of cremini mushrooms, chanterelles, you can mix them up. It's a great idea. Tonight, I'm just being real simple. And we got the white button mushrooms. Okay, let's put a little lid on this. Those are going to be ready in a little while. Our sausage is cooked. What else do we have tonight as far as ingredients go? We have a shallot. This is a French onion. It's a 1/2 a large shallot. I'm cutting that in half. So now we have 1/4 of a shallot. Chop that down. Beautiful. Now we have some garlic. How many recipes do you make where you don't have garlic? Not too many, all right? What we're going to do with the garlic is we're going to slice it because we don't want it to burn. We don't want our garlic to be too thin. I like my garlic sliced. That way it will not burn. And this is about 2 large cloves or 3 medium-sized cloves. And again, we're doing our recipe for 2 people. I'm going to put those together. I'm going to take a look at what's going on here. This is great. Oh, okay, the mushrooms are about halfway cooked down. How long did that take? About a minute? This is another reason why I love this recipe. It's very fast. Okay, now we do have 10 minutes on our ziti, so we're gonna get going on that. We have our boiling water, a couple of tablespoons full of salt, half a box of ziti, and then going crazy. There we go. Give it a good stir. $10 minutes. All right, I got 10:34 on the clock. We're getting up to midnight. 10:34 on the clock. We're going to go to 10:44 on the clock. One of the other ingredients, if you're cooking at midnight, is a nice cold beer. There you go. Let's take a look at the rest of our ingredients. Our mushrooms are going to be done in like maybe a minute or so. Fantastic. Oh. This is when you need the smell-o-vision. All right, what else is going on? So we got our shallots, we got our garlic, we've got 1 full cup of marinara sauce. This is my, that didn't work. There's my marinara sauce right there. And about 1.25 cups of cream. And then we have our Parmesan cheese. Let's not forget we're going to add in our sausage. And now, here's one of the keys that we're going to pick up with. We have our wine. This is actually a little bit of a wine sauce. This is a Dry Marsala from Italy. And what we're going to do is we're going to finish off our mushrooms with the Marsala wine, and we're going to deglaze our pan. It's going to be about 2 ounces of Marsala wine. Okay, gonna get that way up on a high heat, and we're gonna cook off. Let me adjust this. Okay, our Marsala wine was very high heat, and we're gonna cook off our mushrooms. And now we're gonna add in the rest of our sausage that we cooked before. Right now I'm even past the medium-high heat. So this is gonna boil down. Oh, you could smell this. That's fantastic. And we're gonna take our garlic and our shallots. Put them right in. And they're all gonna marry up. Got to keep stirring our pasta. We don't want anything to stick. Now our wine, we deglazed the pan already. The pan is very, very smooth. There's nothing sticking to it. Mushrooms are in good shape. Oh, there was one more thing that I had hanging around the kitchen, and I said, wow, this would be an excellent addition. Got about a cup and a half of spinach. I'm gonna cook that down. Spinach, mushrooms, sausage, phenomenal. And at this point, I don't have a whole lot of heat going on, so I'm gonna get a little black pepper going. I'm in the mood for spicy. Oh, there is one more ingredient that I have later. I've got the crushed red pepper. I'm gonna put that in later. Look at that spinach cooked down. The spinach cooked down in about 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Don't tell me you don't have time to cook. Everybody has time to cook. Just pick the right recipe. Okay, that's phenomenal. I'm getting a little watery here, but that's okay. The water is coming from the spinach, it's coming from the mushrooms, and we're going to settle that later. It's going to be great. We've got 6 minutes left on our pasta. No problem. Okay, next up, marinara sauce, 1 cup. If you make your own marinara sauce, which you should, use that. This is a basil marinara sauce, so we also have a basil flavor going on. Okay. Next up, okay, we're going to get some heat going on here. Check our pasta again. Another stir. Okay, very high heat going on here. Very nice. We're going to burn off a little bit more of the excess liquid. Just give it another 30 seconds. This is all going to burn off. Then we're going to add our cream. But first, that my beer. Oh, this is so, man, if you can smell this, it's such a good recipe. By the way, I didn't look this one up on the internet. This one's mine. Okay, put that down another 30 seconds. I just want to get that liquid out of there. I think I have 4 more minutes on the pasta, so it's like a little race. The sauce has to be done before the pasta. Look at that. Look at that. Just gorgeous. And this is a fantastic dish just to put in the fridge. If you only eat half of it, it microwaves beautifully. That's one of the reasons why I use Ziti, because it really holds up. You can use rigatoni in this dish, penne in this dish. Okay, so it's looking like our liquids have cooked down. And it's time for a little cream. Kept the heat high. It turned out to be about a cup. So what we want to do here, we're making a pink sauce. What is going to be our thickener? Well, that's coming soon. Here comes the Parmesan cheese. That's going to be the thickener. This is also why I don't add extra salt into the recipe, because the cheese has plenty of salt. I'm going to cook this down. We're going to get a nice full simmer. Not necessarily a boil, but a nice full simmer. Looks great. We've got 2 minutes left on the pasta. And it's all coming together, baby. It's all coming together. You know that sausage is in there making like lots of flavor. At this point, I'm just going to throw in a heavy pinch of the red pepper, because I'm in the mood for a little bit spice. If you're not big on spice, don't put it in. If you're not big on spinach, don't put it in. If you're not big on garlic, don't put it in. It's your dish. Yep, nice and thick. Now here we go. I've got about a 0.8 cup of Parmesan cheese. I'm going to put a half a cup of the Parmesan cheese in, and we know full well that our pasta is ready to go in about a minute. So this has got to be finished. Look at this, incredibly thick, beautiful. Let's take a look at our pasta. What did I say, about a minute? That's about right. That's phenomenal. Now we're going to turn down our heat because we don't want to start burning things. Okay. Don't forget, we still have one more cheese to put in. That'll be a little in about a minute. We have our diced mozzarella cheese. Again, this is optional. If you don't have it, don't run out in 118 degrees to go buy it. Wow, just incredible. About 20 seconds, and we're ready to go. Get my little spider. Let's see where we are. Nice, very nice. Yeah, we're right about there. We're right about there where it's going to coat the back of the spoon. Now remember, our pasta is also a thickening agent. The cheese is the thickening agent. The pasta is a thickening agent. It all thickens this sauce. So you don't want to cook the sauce down to the point where it's a brick, because the pasta is going to do the trick. I'm draining it pretty good, but at the same time, I want some pasta water in my sauce. Okay. See where we are. Holy, this is just beautiful. When you guys cook this at home, pay attention to the timing. Pay attention to where the sauce is thickened just right and the pasta is ready to go. Spilling on my. Okay. Now the pasta, this was less than a pound. This was about 0.7 of a pound. Wow, this is unbelievable. Now, we still have one more ingredient. We're not done with the fun yet. No, we're not. How's our mozzarella cheese? How's that coming out? Okay. And what this does, it is going to make the pasta kind of stringy. And there's an old pasta dish called telefono. Spaghetti telefono. And they made this spaghetti dish in Italy and then added the cheese. So when you picked it up on your fork, it looked like a telephone cord. And that's pretty much where we're going with this. I'm making a mushroom ragu with sausage telefono. God, how many levels do I have to have with this? This is awesome. Now, okay, so we're right about there. Now I'm going to take another handful of cheese. This is a very cheesy dish. Look at that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, I dropped a piece of pasta for the dog. Okay. This is beautiful. Let's take a look. I got to get my plate, or my serving dish actually. A little extra cheese there, sure, throw it in. Okay. And off the heat we go. Sorry, got to adjust my camera a little bit. I'll be back in a moment. Let me just clear this out. Let's bring this up a little bit, okay? Look at that dish. That is awesome. We are also going to what do we think, folks? I know it looks a little light on the camera. This is very, very cheesy. Sausage in the back. Let's take a look with a fork. Okay. Oh, wow. Now, you see the mushroom, the spinach, the cheese, This is fantastic. Hold on a minute. Perfect. If you love mushrooms, you love sausage, you love cheese. There's a little heavy cream, the marinara sauce. The garlic is coming out just right. Not too much, not too much. It's coming out just right. This is what I gotta say, folks. It's one of my favorite dishes in the world. Check it out. This whole thing took me about 16 minutes. If you want to cook this after a long, hard day at work, piece of cake. Just have the marinara done. And if you don't have the marinara done, take a jarred sauce. Don't worry about it. Have some fun. Live a little. Get through the 118 degrees in Arizona. Get through the COVID for the rest of the country. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Have a great night.